College sports getting bigger and maybe more corporate than ever. College Football Coaches Association wants an even larger playoff, wants conference championship games eliminated, and wants the season done earlier in January. At the same time, March Madness is officially expanding from 68 to 76 teams next season. More playoff games, more tournament games, more TV inventory, and of course, more money. Supporters say this gives more athletes opportunities. Critics say it waters down what made these events special in the first place because, let's be honest, if conference title games disappear and March Madness keeps growing, college sports starts to looking a lot like professional sports. So are these expansions improving college athletics or slowly erasing the traditions fans actually care about? Let's talk about college football first. It could be getting even bigger. The American Football Coaches Association is pushing for major changes to the future of college football and their playoff. The Coaches Association wants to maximize the number of playoff teams, eliminate conference championship games, and finish the season by the second Monday in January. While the AFCA doesn't officially make the NCAA rules, its recommendations often influence future changes because coaches sit on major committees throughout college football. The organization didn't specify whether or not they endorsed the 16 or the 2014 playoff, but it made clear that expansion is a priority. And I look at this, Frank, and I like all of these ideas that they throw out there. I think it levels the playing field a little bit if you put in the correct playoff format with the amount of teams. I like being done by the second Monday in January. I also do not care about conference championship games. So overall, I like what the coaches have proposed, but again, things are trending in the direction of they need to expand the college football playoff, or they are going to expand the college football playoff.
Yeah, especially now, college football, conference championship games don't necessarily matter. I mean, it's not like an East and West. You're not playing two separate
Right.
conference schedules. You're not fighting to see who number one is. It's all just one. It's all one championship, except for the Sun Belt. So at that point, when you don't have divisions breaking your conference up, there really is no point in a conference championship game. It's just another game. More playoff teams, I think, is right, especially if implemented correctly and not just given to a 6-6 SEC or Big Ten team. I don't mind any of the changes that are being proposed, but knowing the way college football is and the way college athletics are, and television companies getting in the mix, I don't see them making these correct changes correctly.
No, I don't think so either. I think there's just too much influence. And here's the other thing, too, about the 2014 playoff. What I like about it, if they, again, do it properly, is it eliminates the win off the field
Mhm.
gets you past. And it also opens up a window of an opportunity where you get to see teams that actually they get to actually earn it on the field, right? I mean, that's where you want in college football. The other thing too, for anybody that's against the whole like, oh, it's going to ruin the regular season, it might ruin the regular season for like 3% of college teams. 97% of college teams in college football are going to be playing for something a little bit more at this point in time. Like if all of a sudden you got teams that are battling for spots in the college football playoffs. So I like the expansion to 24. I think it needs to happen. I think it's needed to happen for a long period of time. The conference championship games don't make sense because these conferences are so big and there's no, like you mentioned, there's no divisions or anything like that. It's not like it's an eliminator or a qualifier for anything. So make these all automatic qualifiers, get the politics out of college football, and let them earn it on the field. And I think a lot of fans will like it, despite it seeming like it's an NFL light or a junior NFL. I think a lot of people just want to see a clear path to a potential opportunity for a championship. Now, from that perspective, I'm against March Madness officially expanding, and that's where we kind of try to transition into basketball. The NCAA officially announced that both the men's and women's basketball tournaments will expand from 68 teams to 76 teams beginning next season. This marks the biggest expansion for the men's tournament since the field jumped to 64 teams in 1985. New format adds more opening round games, more at large opportunities, additional television inventory for broadcast partners. Only 52 teams will now automatically reach the traditional round of 64 compared to 60 under the current system. I hate this. I don't think this is great. I understand why they're doing it, but if they were doing it to give more opportunities for the Big West or the West Coast Conference out here on the West Coast of the Mountain West, some mid-major conferences that probably deserve it, all right, it makes sense. But to do it for more mediocre Power Four schools, this is a joke. I can't. I'm totally against expanding the NCAA tournament, and I think it is not for the better.
Yeah, no, this is just foolish. I don't understand. You already have so many of these teams making it already. The tournament's always great. And what's the one thing they always say about about Cinderellas and high seeds playing low seeds? Nobody wants to see these. They're just going to be blowouts. Okay, so you've created a situation now where there's going to be even more blowouts in the tournament and for even longer too, and not just the first couple of rounds. So this is just a money grab, a disgusting money grab, and too many teams with too much influence last year didn't make it. So now everything's got to change.
Yeah, and I think it's dumb. I just the impact on the mid-major programs, and here's the difference too. I think you want to be able to have every conference get an opportunity to have a team in the playoff. That's why you have to expand the college football playoff. In March Madness, everybody has that opportunity,
Mhm.
and there's multiple opportunities for Power Four schools to get in. There's a lot of mid that is not going to make the NCAA tournament with 68 teams, and there's a lot of mid that is now going to make the NCAA tournament that you probably don't need in the tournament. And I think there's a difference where people, where people might miss this. You want to expand the college football playoff because it levels the playing field. You don't want to expand the NCAA tournament because it already represents everybody that it needs to represent. Interesting times in the college sports world.